Hi, I'm Heather from Heather Handmade, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about kind of my goals, my projects I'm planning on doing throughout this year. I'm excited for the beginning of the new year. I always get really energized when it's January 1st and I can think of the whole year and plan everything out. That doesn't mean everything will happen the way I want it to, or I'll get all the projects done that I want to, but I still love to plan and think out the year. Please like this video and follow my channel for all things sewing. So I'm not going to actually talk about all of the projects I plan on doing throughout the year because it really does change a lot throughout the year. I like doing the Make 9 challenge. That's kind of a challenge in the sewing community where you kind of have like 9 squares and you pick 9 projects that you hope to work on throughout the year. I actually usually do that every single year. This year I'm going to try to not use the Make 9 challenge only because I really love to use it. I love that it's not too many projects for a whole year, it's just 9. But my problem is when I plan out 9, I'm planning by what fabric I usually have, and I want to use all the fabric in my stash, but then I feel obligated to like have all of the fabric when I have the 9 projects in mind. So then I have 9 pieces of fabric or whatever, and then sometimes I change what I need throughout the year, and then I have this fabric that I don't use. So my goal this year is to make projects based on the fabric I have, or only buy fabric for the project. Like I have a specific project in mind that I'm going to use. So I really only I have some here. I have one I'm actually in the middle of that I didn't clean up for the video, and I have maybe 2 or 3 still. So I don't have that much fabric for projects right now at the moment, and I like keeping it slim because then I don't feel so much pressure. It is a little tricky because I like making clothing for myself, but not every project is something that I can turn into a blog post for work or for like making the free patterns. I love making free patterns for you guys. So I do have a lot of fabric that I have on hand really only for work that I don't use for like clothing. So my stash is kind of bigger than I would want it, but I do need a fair amount of fabric on hand for like working. One other goal I have, and it's actually just a goal for January. I love January because I'm energized and I want to make all the things and clean out all the things and fix all the things. So I'm doing a simple challenge over on Instagram where it's only once a week so that it's not overwhelming, where I'm taking the 4 weeks in January and I'm going to clean out one part of my sewing stash for that week. So this week I'm going to be cleaning out patterns. So I will look through my digital patterns and get rid of them, or any of my paper patterns that I have printed out and taped, or any that I have purchased, like Big 4 patterns that I own and I'm not going to use. I'm going to donate them or throw them away. I get overwhelmed when I have too many patterns, and I know my style well enough that I know which patterns I am going to use regularly or that I might use in the future. And if I'm never going to use it, I'm just going to get rid of it. It's just taking up mental space and, computer space or storage space if it's physical. So join me over on Instagram today to let's go through our patterns, and it's something you can do throughout the week. And then next Monday on Instagram, I will have the next challenge to clean out one part. And then maybe throughout this month, we can get rid of a little bit of stuff and feel more creative and lighter in a way so that it's easier to sit down and sew a project. I am planning on designing 2 more patterns this year, like upcycled patterns. One is going to be upcycling a men's suit into like a kid's suit jacket. So I'm actually working on that right now, and hopefully I will have that released sometime this spring. And then I am going to make my t-shirt romper pattern that I have for babies. I'm changing the design, but I'm going to make it so it can work for like older kids, maybe from like 2 to 8. So those are 2 patterns I have planned for this year and I hope to get finished. Let's talk about the projects that I have probably for the next 2 to 3 months of what I want to work on. As you can see right now, this is a project. It's in the middle, like I have these pockets sewn, but I haven't pressed them yet. So what this is going to be, like you can see, this is a really beautiful like wool houndstooth fabric, maybe like a wool blend. I'm pretty sure I thrifted this fabric and I don't really know what it is, but I did wash it and dry it and it didn't felt up too much. So I am making like a overall skirt. I don't actually know what those are called, but it's like a skirt that has like a bib and straps. It is like it's probably a half circle skirt. You can see it flares out at the bottom, so it's kind of 1950s inspired dress. I know that this color isn't like super great for winter because it's kind of light, but because it's wool, I think it will be really fun. It's just kind of a unique bright color. I have been collecting wool fabrics that I've thrifted for years, so I'm trying to actually use them instead of just having them in my stash. I actually keep all of my projects. I just write it down in this notebook. This is a notebook. It says Maker's Gonna Make. My son bought it for me, I think for like my birthday or Christmas. He found it at like the dollar store or something. So I write down all of the things that I want to make, either ideas of I have a pattern or ideas of like a specific fabric I have. Sometimes I don't have a fabric and I don't have a pattern, but I know there's a hole in my wardrobe that I need to fill. And so then I write it down on here. Another project I want to make is like a pink pleated skirt. So this fabric is called Pleated fabric, and it's like the way it's woven is it like looks like it's pleated kind of. So it's pretty sheer, if you can see. But I bought this. This is like a linen rayon for a lining underneath. It's a very close color, as you can see. So I am deciding what skirt pattern I actually want to use with it, and it will have an overlay, but it will be lined underneath. I think this will be a fun pink skirt. It is funny that I do like pink, but I have 2 pink projects going on at the same time. Like that's not common for me because I usually do neutrals, but I am excited to make this skirt. I've wanted to make a pleated skirt for, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, a long time. And I'm making the project. So another project I am working on is, so I go walking or running in the morning with my dog, and I have figured out like what to wear for each like 10 degrees of temperature, like 50 to 60 degrees, 70 to 80 degrees, like 10 degrees to 20 degrees. This is in Fahrenheit, by the way. So I know what to wear so I don't get too hot or too cold, but I need something that's between like a light sweatshirt and like my snow coat. I need something right in between that is warm, but like it's good for running or walking, maybe waterproof in case it's like rainy or snowy, but like not too hot, like, you know, a full-on coat. So I've actually been looking for something to do for like a whole year, and I have the perfect fabric, but I haven't figured out the pattern. This fabric is like it's like a fleece on one side, and this is a really nice fleece, and then the other side is like a waterproof coating, but it is kind of stretchy. I don't know if you can see that it's stretching a little bit. This is a really nice neutral color. I like this color a lot. You know, it can hide dirt well, but I think it would also look nice if I wore it when I was like not working out. I'm trying to decide on a pattern because I was thinking of doing like an anorak, like I throw it over my head. But I love the look of anoraks. I love having like a half zip and then like no zipper down below. But I hate putting on an anorak or a sweatshirt where it has to go over my head. Like, I like the look of it, but I don't like the function of it. But I don't like the look of like a full zipper, but I like the function of a full zipper. So I'm probably going to do a full zipper just because that will work better. I am thinking of the Kelly anorak pattern because I've used that multiple times and I really like it. It's a very good pattern. But I don't know if I want all those details for like a workout jacket. I do like that it has a little bit of stretch, so it'll make the Kelly anorak like a little more comfortable. But if you have any cool pattern ideas, that would be great, because I really cannot decide on what pattern, and I need this jacket to be like super functional, super well made, so it'll last a long time. I will use it a lot throughout the winter, like the fall and the winter when it's cold in the morning. So I need to get on it because I actually need it right now. It's cold and I need it in the morning, but I need it to be the perfect pattern. I have this beautiful window pane fabric. It's like a shirting, it's cotton, the window pane is really large. I love that. I love the window pane look. So I'm excited to do something with this. I do think I'm going to make I love the Darling Ranges dress by Megan Nielsen, but I like doing the shirt version. So I think I'm going to use this to make a shirt version. I might do longer sleeves. I might do some ruffles, add some details. I like the button up front because I think it's really classic and makes it work for more outfits. I have the problem that's holding me back, because I really want to make this and wear it. I think I would love it and wear it a lot, is that I have to do a fair amount of pattern hacking, and I have not had the motivation to do pattern hacking for a while. I've had this fabric for a couple of months, but at least I have the fabric and the pattern picked out, and hopefully I will get to it soon. The last project I want to talk about is I want to make this beautiful wool skirt. It's like a gathered skirt. It has like pleated pockets. It's like a kind of a 1950s inspired, because it's like a full skirt but like a fitted waist, but it has pockets. I'm sure it's like not the most like flattering skirt, but I don't really care, because when it's winter I want to wear like warm wool fabrics that have a lot of volume to keep me warm. So I have this really beautiful herringbone wool that I thrifted, and I think it will make a really nice winter wool skirt that's like long and warm, but it's like really simple, so it can work for any event that I need it to work for. I can dress it up, I can dress it down. It's really simple. This goes along with my goal to use up my wool fabrics that I have thrifted, and I need to use them instead of just looking at them and thinking they're pretty. So those are the next projects I'm working on. I will finish this overall skirt probably within this week, maybe next week. And then I will probably finish the other two skirts. Hopefully, maybe January can be skirt month and I can finish 3 skirts this month. And then I will only have this shirt and this, workout jacket. So I will check back in a little bit to see how much I have done, but I always remember to give myself grace in case like my kids get sick or I get sick or work gets crazy, and I don't put these on my list and then pressure myself to get them done. I put these on my list to enjoy them, enjoy the process, and be happy when they're finished, whenever that might be. It might be a month, it might be a year, it might be 2 years, and that's okay, as long as I'm enjoying the process. If you have plans of what you are making this year, please let me know in the comments. If you have any patterns that you can recommend that you think I will like for any of my projects, if like I don't have a pattern yet, you can also link that in the comments or let me know. I love looking at new patterns and finding new designers that I might love, that I haven't seen before, that will work for these projects. And I hope you have a wonderful day.